you know, kung kayo naniniwala ng federalismo, ibang usapan yun. Sometimes kasi, you know why Marcos can really manipulate and have almost absolute power. It is because of our unitary system of government. Yung presidential system of government natin, it allows the president to have almost total control of all government. Kailangan kasi, yung maganda sa, kung palitan natin yung system of government natin, sabihin natin federalism, hindi lang income yung napupunta sa mga sarili-sarili nating probinsya, but the functions of government as well. So, ma-decentralize yung Metro Manila ngayon and Malacanang, and the power will be devolved, and the functions and powers of the agencies will be devolved doon sa mga probinsya, sa mga local government units. So, I do not know kung mangyayari pa ba, pero that is one of the causes why Marcos can, you know, kaya lang naman gusto nila yung unitary system of government because power is centralized, and yung tatay kasi ni Marcos noon was a dictator, and you can have cronies. Yung mga ambisyoso masyado dyan sa gobyerno, na kahit mali, ginagawa, gusto niyan, gayahin nila noon, sa panahon ng Marcos Sr., may mga cronies si Marcos Sr., sila General Ver, sila Enrile kaniantong panahon. Yan ang gusto nila, yung mga Marbel, yan si Torre, mga Rimulya. Kasi ang susunod dyan, they will attempt not to go down in government, and they will attempt another dictatorship. And along with that dictatorship comes the cronies. So itong mga ambisosong mga putaragis na ito, mga politiko at nasa gobyerno ngayon, na kahit mali na ginagawa pa rin, gusto niyan, they will join that dictatorship, and they will be the cronies of the new Marcos kaning Jr. na bangag ngayon. So kaya makita niyo why unusual talaga masyado ang movement ng mga tao na nasa gobyerno, na kahit mali nilalabag yung batas pero ginagawa pa rin. It's because not out of their jobs or functions in government, but it's out of selfishness. Pero hindi talaga yan, because ngayon, kahit tingnan nyo, ilang demonstrations na nangyari since yung gago na Marcos na yan. Nagsimula yan sa kapatid ko. You know, wala man talaga sana akong problema, pero ginatawag nila magnanakaw yung kapatid ko dahil lang sa confidential funds na yan eh. Pero ito yung sasabihin ko, ang tanong ko lang sana ba, just to, you know, for the sake of argument, kung ang presidente merong billions in terms of confidential funds, tapos gusto nila impeach yung kapatid ko for 425 million pesos, in terms of amount, who is more impeachable? Ang billion or ang million? Yan, isa yan. But sa totoo lang, you know, if you take a leadership position, lalo na executive, mayor ako, yung mga, lalo na mayor, barangay captains, yung executive position, alam mo, kung you are really serious on implementing or renewing policy or amending laws, or if you want to make a change, it should start with you. Kung sinasabi sana nitong Marcos na ito na masama may confidential funds, then it should start with him, pababa, so that he will be the example that we will follow. And yet, you are sinisingle out mo yung isang tao. Ano ibig sabihin nun? It's because of politics. When you should be there, nandyan ka to lead the country and fix, you know, what is broken and continue what has already been done. That is good for every peace-loving citizen in the Philippines. Pero anong ginagawa? Ever since, ito lang talaga sa buhay ko, medyo nakita ko noon, Pinoy, before that, Pedro Ramos and Erap, na we are, a bit tolerant when it comes to government, but this is the only time that I've seen the Philippines that is so divided.
Tama!
And how can you live with that kung nakakadiha? Ikaw, Presidente, unya, you allow your people to suffer and even make lies. Hantod karon, imong tag-20 nga bugas, waya po na niabot.
O, John!
Batay may mo, basta buang kalingkod, gina.
O, John!
Pero, as I said earlier, tanaw na ko, like everybody's really putting it out there ba, kana yung nararamdaman nyo and how you really feel, kung anong gusto nyong direction para sa bansa natin. That's good. I think you should continue doing this kasi we will do the same thing. I will do the same thing. It will be not for ourselves, but it will be for the future of our children, our grandchildren, and our country. So yun na mahalaga. Maybe someday, hindi na lalaki yung mga anak natin o yung mga apo natin, iba. Maybe they will be facing not the same problems na ito, lalo na itong malala talaga itong administrasyon na ito. Tingnan nyo, kahit kasama nila sa alyansa, nung pagpanalo ni Ping Lacson, what did he say? The 2025 budget is the most corrupt budget in Philippine history. Kahit kasama nila mismo, natapos lang sandali, sinabi na nila. Wala talagang... So totoo lang, hindi ko maintindihan why they can afford to do all of this. And at 2028, matatapos din ang termino ni Marcos eh. So anong gusto niya? Hindi ko talaga alam. Sana nga talaga. Sinabi ko na yan eh. Noon pa yan. Last year, nung nagsimula to lahat, nakita ko na talaga. The way they run things, yung pakiramdam nila para silang hari eh. Everybody below them, wala na kayo. You are slaves. Kita niyo Pilipinas ngayon. Sometimes, I don't even want to believe yung mga sinasabi sa akin ng mga kaibigan ko sa ibang lugar. Luckily for us at Davao City, we have been able to maintain the peace and order and the services na hinahatid ng government namin sa mga constituents namin. But it's really sad to hear other people who are disappointed with what's happening now in the country. But ito rin yung maganda rin. Maging contrast ito, if you truly believe in the governance of Rudy Duterte. May anak pa naman siya dyan, isa yung kapatid kong babae. Kung gusto niya ipatuloy yung tunay na pagbabago, pilitin natin na tumakbo ito ng 2028. Ano tingin na? 2028, Sara Duterte for President. Magaling.
Yes!
Sabihin ko kayo nagsabi ha. May batas suntukin ako yan. Pero ito yung gamitin talaga natin na experience natin when the government fails its people. Ito yung best example talaga, itong gobyerno talaga na ito. Kahit man lang sa puro kalokohan talaga. Kahit press release, kalokohan, puro kasinungalingan, puro politics. Wala kayong makita bagong tulay ngayon. Wala kayong makita Ewan ko na lang. But anyway, ayoko na magsalita masyado ng sobra pa nito. I'm just happy to be here to see all of you, and sa mga lahat ng nakikinig ng mga OFW na sa ibang bansa ngayon. Alam ko malakas talaga ang suporta ni Papa galing sa mga OFW natin. Salamat, kaayos niyong tanan.
Sayaw muna, sayaw! Sayaw! Sayaw daw sa sir! Sayaw! Sayaw sa
Dili kabayran ang kuan. Suporta nga yung ginapakita. So, on my part, bilang anak ni Rodi Duterte, I will look for a way and I will fight for you back in the Philippines when I go back there. May 3 taon pa, hindi nila ako natakot for the first 3 years. And I'm sure hindi nila ako matatakot for the next 3 years. Malabo yan. Malabo yan. Kay mga pisot sila, buisit ang mga tawanan. As long as we remain to be peaceful and God-fearing Filipino citizens, believe in the have aspirations for our country. Andun naman kami lahat, yung mga kababayan nyo nandun, lumalaban talaga kami. Lahat naman tayo, ang problema lang talaga sa Pilipinas, because of very centralized government, yung mga nasa taas, may mga posisyon, yung mga matagal na political dynasties, gusto ng ganun because they can maintain their power. Because it's a conservative form of government. Kasi pag naging progresibo tayo, threatened yung mga positions nila. Gusto kasi nila ituturo lang sa presidente sino malalagay, ganon. Government ngayon is not based on merit, but tingnan nyo, ano nangyari? You have a chief PNP na 3 ranggo ang tinalunan para maging chief PNP. It's because this is not merit-based promotion.
Tama!
Pabor-pabor-based promotion Diba? So, balik na ako dito. I have to face that. Pasigunsa na po yung buhato na ng diwata. Pusit na yung ano. Lima ka, nagbenta lang ng Paris Overload. Sumali ng party list, naging kidnapper, naging chief PNP si Diwata.
Oh!
Si Raulo. Pero alam nyo, tingin ko, pag magkuha yan ng neuro exam, di yan makapasar. Buang talaga yan. No, nobody in their right mind would do what he did. Yung sinakay niya si PRT sa aeroplano because he is a police officer. He knows the due process. Kung nag-iisip talaga yon, kung masakto yung utak niya, hindi bagsak sa neuro yan. Sigurado ako. Along the way, may bakukang na lisod sa utok na ba? Makakaon siguro panos nga pansit. Oo na. Pero nobody in the right mind would do that. That's totally illegal, and you know, the consequences of these actions are heavy, sa totoo lang. But we have a government who doesn't seem to know what the Constitution is. So, anyway, humana man ang storya. Gusto ko kuhan. Ipaniunto na karon sa inyong tanan, mga gwapa o gwapo diha. Oh, naniwala naman kayo. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Mabuhay ang OFWs.
Mabuhay!
Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Mabuhay!